G'day everybody, my name is Elliot Waters and you're listening to the Dysregulated podcast. As always, thank you for tuning in. So just a very short little check-in just to see how things are tracking, especially when it comes to my routines and habits. So I've just got back from the shops, done my grocery shopping, which is great. You know, I didn't get heaps of chocolate and fat food this time because we don't need as much comfort food like we used to. So I only bought healthy, good things that are also cost effective. So that's really good, really starting to get the whole grocery shopping thing down pat. Still need to work on the whole cooking thing. Haven't really given that a go yet, but look, one step at a time. I've also got some washing on as well. I've done 2 loads of washing today. It's been a very, very productive day. I've been to the chemist, got some medications, the modafinil, which is definitely helping the productivity, which is good, and counteracting some of those ADHD symptoms. I would still say that the medication regimen that we're on at the moment is still the one that we need. We're locked in, so there's no real changes there. The meds, I think, are definitely doing their work. What I really need to hone in on now is the psychological interventions. There's been a bit of discontinuity, I would say, with my seeing a psychologist because, financial constraints is one reason because I'm just so poor because all this stuff costs so much money. I was at the chemist before and it cost me $118. You know, like psychology, you know, yeah, you get money back from the government using the mental health care plan, but you still got to have the full amount up front ready to go, which is about $220. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I'm going to the GP soon, going to the GP to have a look at some blood test results. I've got my liver check, kidneys, a few other things, testosterone. That'll be interesting. Just I wanted to see, this was sort of my idea. I just wanted to see all these medications I'm on because although I think they're locked in and they're doing a good job, there's a lot of them and they all come with side effects and you don't get off scot-free. So I suggested to my doctor, who agreed, how about we check all the organs, the vital signs, and see how we're going. We already checked blood pressure. That was pretty good. Had an ECG not that long ago, and it also said things were good as far as my heart goes. So that's good too, because some medications like quetiapine, Seroquel, can alter your heart rate, make your second beat really long. So I get a little bit of that, but not much, so that's good. But that's just one example of how the medications bring with them their own collection of side effects, as well as hopefully some positive main effects. So going to the doctor shortly and seeing how the blood test results go, that'll be interesting. Hopefully things are mostly okay. Because like I said, these medications, I think we're locked in. They're doing the job, you know, I'm feeling better. They're allowing me to do these sort of simple adult tasks that for me for so long was just beyond me. And I know other people, you know, might be listening to this and going, oh, you went grocery shopping, whoop-de-doo. But you got to understand that is a big, big thing for people like me who are suffering from these different mental illnesses, you know. For me to go grocery shopping, I've got to overcome, well, first off, social anxiety, big one. Everyone looking at me thinking negative judgments, so social anxiety. That's very much a problem when you go to the shops. Even generalized anxiety, just that general feeling of doom and gloom, you know, when I'm driving over and I feel like people are cutting me off and I end up in a car crash, you know, illogical thoughts, but you still got to overcome them too. Thankfully, those thoughts have been pretty sparse lately, which is good. But then you also got to overcome, say you got depression, so you got to find the motivation to actually believe that going to the shops is going to be beneficial for you and that you actually deserve beneficial things. Like there's so much that goes into this. I could go on and I'm not going to because this is just the check-in. But I do want to say, because, yeah, as I'm, you know, rattling off groceries and I've done my washing and all this, you know, my inner critic, where he's always around, is saying you're like a child, you know, you're not like an adult, you're a child. It's embarrassing to say these things. So I guess I am trying to give myself a bit of credit and explain to you and my inner critic that there's a lot that goes into me doing these pretty basic tasks. And for so long, these basic tasks were just not being done. But now we're starting to get into that routine. Remember I said routines and processes are so important. I went for 2 runs this week and I can report that my fitness level, I don't think I've ever been this bad. It is unbelievable. But the good news is we should see a lot of improvement quickly. That's the thing. If you're starting at a low base, things tend to improve pretty quick. And I suppose I've got lots of kilometres in the legs. I used to run marathons and stuff. I'm sure I've mentioned that on the show before. So the kilometres in the legs are there. It's all there. I just need to tap into it by being consistent and putting my best foot forward as far as exercising goes. So that's about it for me in this fortnightly check-in. Overall, things are going pretty good. There are some side effects that we're contending with as far as the medications go, but I still am of the belief that if we were to do a cost-benefit sort of analysis, I think the benefit certainly outweighs a few of the side effects that I'm experiencing. And I'm going to the doctor shortly and we'll see. We'll just make sure that there's no sort of damage going on and things are good, because things are going pretty good, Things are going good. I've been applying for new jobs. Hopefully I'll have some news on that soon, which is exciting. And it's exciting partly because, I need money, I need a new job, and, I need to do something in my field. But it's just huge that I have the confidence and the belief in myself to even apply for jobs, like 6 months ago, that was the last thing I was thinking of doing, because I just could not see how I would be of some benefit to whatever business or wherever I'm working. But that sort of negative mentality isn't really hanging around anywhere near as much as it used to, and that is great news. Okay, you probably noticed there's been a few episodes done now. I've done 3 in about 4 days. That is another indicator. Remember the whole mood chart and podcast output thing I always go on about? It is another indicator that things are going pretty good. So there you go. Let's hope this continues. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I do appreciate it. And you can follow me on Instagram at elliot.t.waters. Until next time, thank you and good night.